Private medical colleges to allot 50% seats at government college fees from next academic session. Ms. Revathi Srinivasan, Principal of Smt Sulochanadevi Singhania School, conferred with Thane Gaurav Award. Digital University to provide quality and affordable education at the doorstep. BSEH Haryana board exams to commence from March 30th. Jamia Millia Islamia resumes offline classes for final year PG students. IIT Roorkee initiates Roorkee Water Conclave to focus on water security for sustainable development. Gujarat presents last budget before assembly elections, highest allocation made for education. Student crisis in Ukraine reflects government's failure in creating affordable medical education infrastructure, says Praveen Togaria. Good afternoon and a warm welcome. You're watching Education News Network, where we get you the latest developments in education at the top of the hour. This is Nitya reporting from ANN and the Daily Stories Hour. The National Medical Commission has decided to give guidelines to private colleges on where they can cap the upper limit of fees. The fees should be at par with the government colleges for at least 50% of the seats. The National Medical Commission guidelines stating that the fees for 50% seats in private medical colleges and deemed universities should be on par with that of the government medical colleges of a particular state will be effective from the next academic session. The guidelines will have to be implemented by the Fee Fixation Committee of each state for their respective medical colleges. The NMC issued an office memorandum on February 3rd stating that it has been decided that the fees for 50% seats in private medical colleges and deemed universities should be on par with that of the government medical colleges of a particular state or union territory. As per the office memorandum, the benefit of this fee structure would first be made available to those candidates who have availed the government quota seats but limited to the extent of 50% of the total sanctioned strength of the institute. However, if the government quota seats are less than 50% of the total sanctioned seats, the remaining candidates would avail the benefit of having to pay a fee equivalent to that in government medical colleges based purely on merit, the memo issued on February 3rd stated. Ms. Revathi Srinivasan, the Director Education and Principal of Smt Sulochanadevi Singhania School, Thane, has been bestowed with the prestigious Thane Gaurav Award for her immense contribution to the field of education. This honour was conferred on her at a grand event by the Mayor of Thane, Shri Naresh Mhaske, the Municipal Commissioner Dr. Vipin Sharma, and other distinguished members of Thane Municipal Corporation. A dynamic visionary, Ms. Revathi Srinivasan runs 5 schools and a skill development centre for street boys with guaranteed placements. She also mentors a school for Adivasi children in Ur, a small hillock in Thane. A tech enthusiast, she mentors and supports tech development and a state-of-the-art therapy centre for children with special needs. It is in recognition of her pioneering work in education that she has been conferred with the Thane Gaurav Award. While the Ministry of Education and different stakeholders are working towards shaping the digital university announced in the 2022 Union Budget, the idea is still at the initial stage, with plans to speed up the process. When asked about how such a university can be effective in a country with uneven internet access, AICTE Chairman Anil Sahasrabudhe said, India is one of those countries where internet penetration is down to the smallest of places, though we have not been able to complete 100% coverage. However, we have penetrated all the districts, and of the 6 to 7 lakh villages, more than 2.5 lakh villages have internet connectivity. In the next year, all 7 lakh villages are going to have a broadband connection. Even the data cost in India is the cheapest in the world, so the discussion on the digital divide will no longer hold ground once our targets are met. This will enable us to provide education even in the mother tongue and at the doorstep. Emphasizing on the fact that brick and mortar universities alone cannot increase the gross enrollment ratio from 27% to 50% as laid out by the NEP, which also means having an additional 10 million students in the higher education system. Sahasrabudhe adds, the GER in the last 75 years since independence has moved from 0.7% to 27%. Due to limited physical infrastructure, the existing 60,000 colleges can never hope to achieve 50% GER, and to build another 60,000 colleges will require huge funds and resources. The digital university may be the only means to address the limitations of seats and quality education. Board of School Education Haryana will conduct the State Board Class 10 and Class 12 Examination 2022 from March 30th to April 29th, 2022. The board chairperson Jagbir Singh said that 6,68,000 students have registered for the Class 10 and Class 12 examinations of the Haryana board. According to a press statement, 3,68,000 students have registered for the Class 10 exams, while 2,90,000 students have registered for the Class 12 examinations. The release further said that around 1,700 examination centres are being kept ready for the exams. The Haryana board exams will be conducted offline this year. Jagbir Singh said, "We have reduced the syllabus by 30%. Strict action will be taken against those found guilty of indulging in unfair means." Last year, the board had not announced the toppers of classes 10 and 12, and students' assessment was done on the basis of internal and practical marks. Jamia Millia Islamia resumed offline classes on Wednesday after a period of 2 years for all post-graduation courses. JMI spokesperson Ahmed Azim said that the first day of the resumption of classes was successful. The classes have resumed for students in the final years of 70 post-graduation courses. He added that all the COVID-19 protocols were followed and it was ensured that social distancing is maintained inside the campus. The Indian Institute of Technology, Roorkee, and National Institute of Hydrology, Roorkee, inaugurated the second edition of the Roorkee Water Conclave, which is a joint effort of both the institutions. The event commenced on March 2nd and will conclude today, that is March 4th. This conclave will primarily focus on understanding water security and its many elements essential for long-term water resource management and socio-economic development. The conclave's objective is promoting sustainable management of water and the need for sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. As a response to growing risks of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development Goals, the conclave hopes to maintain safe access to water, address water scarcity, sanitation, and risks to sustainable water use as a response to growing risks. The conclave also aims at discussing detailed and accurate information that can enrich understanding of the causes and determinants of water that is needed to guide decision-making around potential adaptation and mitigation solutions, as well as promoting the enactment of UN SDGs globally, said the Jal Shakti Minister. Gujarat Finance Minister Kanu Desai on Thursday presented the BJP government's last budget before the assembly elections, choosing to impose no new taxes and making the highest allocation for education. The budget for the financial year 2022 to 2023 proposed an outlay of Rs 2,43,965 crores, which is nearly Rs 17,000 crores more than the previous year. It estimated overall surplus of Rs 560.09 crores. The government allocated the highest Rs 34,884 crores for the education sector. Desai said that to promote medical education and research, the state government will establish a medical university. The budget proposed an allocation of Rs 937 crores to construct 10,000 new classrooms in existing primary and secondary schools run by the government. On the lines of military schools run by the centre, the state government will start Raksha Shakti schools for students of standards 6 to 12, with social participation, said Desai, adding that Rs 5 crores has been allotted in this budget for the scheme. Antarashtriya Hindu Parishad President Praveen Togaria on Wednesday said that students' crisis in Ukraine reflects the government's failure in creating affordable medical education infrastructure in the country. A cancer surgeon himself, he said he had joined the MBBS course at BJ Medical College in Ahmedabad in 1975. Those days, fees for the entire year was not more than Rs 1,500. In India, private colleges charge anything between 90 lakhs and 1 crore for an MBBS degree. Against this, education can happen in Rs 20 to 30 lakhs in Ukraine. That is the reason many prefer to go there instead. Togaria said that the very need for Indian students to go to Ukraine for studies shows that India lacks facility. There are 45,000 medical students in India as against 70,000 studying in CIS countries and Malaysia. This shows there are not enough colleges, and also the fees in private colleges are extremely high. He said there were students known to him who are also stranded in Ukraine. That's all for today. Thank you for watching Education News Network. For more such videos, do log on to our website, theENN.com, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Signing off, this is Nitya.